People have no choice. It's either opiates, cannabinoids. You know, stoners are not lazy people. Weed will actually accentuate what you are. What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Ed Talks About. I'm Ed. Hope you're having a good day, man. What's going on? Leave in the comments how good your day is or how bad your day is, man. Like, you know, it's just a little community, bruv. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am motherfucker. I wanted to make a video on the cannabis, the stigma around cannabis use and medical users, even people using it recreationally. Like, I think, so look, we're all classed as like druggies and that, bruv. So let me just, I don't know, let me just go back, right? So when I was growing up in the 90s, yeah, if someone smoked weed, right, you stay away from them. They're crackheads, they're druggies. Like, you just don't go near them. They're gonna rob you. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do, you know, like. I never met a dodgy person that smoked weed. Like, I never met one. Like, when I was younger and that, people smoking weed over the park all the time. They was all cool. They played football, basketball. You know, just it was cool, bruv. Like, you know, and probably that's what took my attention, because these guys were just, they were chill, man. They'd play like, yeah, like the olders, you know, all the older people, and they was like, you know, like, once you look at, you're like, yeah, man, you mans are just chill. You're just chilling, like, you know, you're just having a bit of weed, playing some football, playing some basketball, whatever. Like, you know, it's just fun. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what they went on to be, like, because I moved out of the area when I was young, but, you know, I don't know what happened to them anyway. But what I'm saying is like, it was just chill. The vibes were chill. There was no arguments. There was no, you know, none of that beef, none of that gang shit, none of that. Like, I weren't involved in any of it. Like, you know, it was just, yeah, growing up in Walthamstow, man, just with weed, do you know what I mean? And I never thought like it was a bad thing, you know what I mean? And then as you grow up, you realise, yeah, people think you crackhead, bruv, like, just because you smoke weed or you vape weed. And this is it. A lot of people are realising that, oh, it's used for medicinal use. That's all right. But behind your back, they're still talking about it. Like, they're like, oh, yeah. But to get to the point of actually saying to someone, yeah, look, I use cannabis for my medicinal purposes, or whatever the ailment may be, I use it. To get to that point, it's so uncomfortable as a person. I've been there, having to say to someone, look, I'm out on a hike. For instance, this happened the other day. I'm out on a hike and I had to use my cannabis. I had to. I was walking for about 45, maybe 50 minutes through a forest. It was cold. My back was hurting. I needed to sit down and have a vape for like 20 odd minutes. You know what I mean? Just chill. And the people I was with, like, and it was one of them ones. They didn't know. They might have known, whatever. But I still said to them, look, listen, I use cannabis for my pain relief. And they looked at me like, and I was like, but I get prescribed this cannabis from my doctor, because if I say that to them, if I say, oh, it's prescribed cannabis, they think it's better. They think it's different to the street stuff. And all right, it is in a sense where it's grown in a facility, but there's so many pros and cons to both sides of medical and black market. I'm not getting into that. But yeah, and I said to them, I get prescribed it, you know, I mean, I could be taking cocodamol, tremadols, all these opiate-based morphine tablets, whatever, but I don't, because I'm not very functional. I can't function. I can't get around, mate, I can't do things. I wouldn't be here on this hike if I was at me nut on codeine, you know. That's basically what I said to them, and they was fine, which then brought me thinking about making this video, you know, like, so, and they was fine about it, you know, like, I went and stood over on, I went and sat on a bench, chilled out over, he was doing their little walking, everyone was just chilling, the vapor weren't blowing in their face, you know, like, so it's calm, bruv, you know, but still the stigma is there. It's always going to be there, and I don't understand it. But this is another question I'd like you to put to people. I'd like you to ask these people that's got a problem with weed, yeah? Would you rather your child hanging around with stoners or drunks? There's going to be no question to the answer. You know what the answer is going to be. And you just say you have to pick stoners or drunks. What would you rather? And they will pick the stoner. They will pick the stoner. Even though alcohol is legal and they probably drink it, or their parents drink it, or their granddad drinks it. You know, like, it goes back generations, you know, alcohol. So it's the simple thing is, why are we even having this argument? Why are you even talking to me about weed? That's what I can't get in my head, that someone will pick a stoner and not pick a drunk. Yet, when you go and spark up a zoo or get your medicine out, because it's prescribed legally, people look at you. Oh yeah, I can smell that. That's what you get all the time. People going past, and then you get someone who's really don't like it, and they start coughing near you. You get it all the bloody time, mate. It does you in Sweden, doesn't it? But oh shit! I just like to stop this stigma. Stoners are not lazy people. Weed will actually accentuate what you are. If you're a lazy person and you smoke weed, you're going to be a lazier person. If you're a productive person, you get up every morning, you do your shit, weed will help you be more productive. And there are certain strains that can help with that as well. But to be honest, I don't use cannabis to get stoned. That isn't what I use cannabis for. Even though I get baked. I use it for pain relief and the experience. I don't use it to be my nut, you know? And I'd like all these naysayers to realise that anyone using medical cannabis, 99% of them are using it for two reasons. One is a pain, and two, a better way of living. We just don't want to be hooked on all these morphine tablets. So I don't know, do you know what? I've been waffling. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't even know what I've said. But yeah, man, I just feel like they need to slow their roll a bit. You know what I mean? All these people judging cannabis users, I think they need to slow their roll, man. Especially when most of them are doing the fucking boogaloo on the weekend, do you know what I mean? And drinking all these absinthe, do you know what I'm saying? 99% of them who judge us for using it as a medicine, even if you use it recreationally, that's down to you, bruv. You ain't doing no one no harm. I said that in the beginning. People used to just chill and smoke it recreationally at my park, and that's how I got into it. There was no fights, bruv. There was no arguments. Everyone was chill. And then you see the ones who used to go and break off and they start drinking. They start drinking all the bottles of 2020 and all that. And you see them start kicking off, come back and they've got a black eye. Oh yeah, we got drunk last night. And you get asked to sit in there all stoners like, yeah man, that's cool, bruv. Nice. Yeah. So anyway, I just feel like people need to stop judging people who consume cannabis. It's just healthier than alcohol anyway. You know what I mean? It's healthier than all these other drugs that you get on the market. Bruv, there's some mad drugs that the Chinese are whipping up, the Russians are whipping up. All these people are just making, like even meth, you know, like that's even mad on the streets now, you know, like it's everywhere, bruv. Like everything, you got fucking, But where I live in Romford, Havering, like the area, I think is one of the highly concentrated areas for like cocaine. Like I think they can test the water, you know what I mean? I think there's a thing when they test the water and they can see the levels of different drugs and things like that in the water. Because cocaine, when you sniff it, it's going to come out in your piss, isn't it? Like, because that's how a piss test works. So it's a similar thing, you know. And the last time I looked, it was about 3-4 years ago, but Romford was one of the highest places for cocaine. So, but to be honest, down here in Romford, just like Essex, Romford, you get a lot of stigma from the old boys and girls, but most young people in these areas couldn't care less whether you're smoking weed or vaping weed. Couldn't care less. But in general, across the globe, weed consumers are judged. They're judged like motherfuckers, man. It's a gateway drug. It's a gateway drug to a better life and gardening, motherfucker. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone said that in my comments, and I like that. Can't remember who it was, and shout out to you, bruv. And you know what? It makes me laugh is, you know the people that stopped smoking weed, and they go, the best thing I've done, it was just holding me back. Oh, that's good for you, bruv. But you obviously wasn't using it for pain relief. Some people have no choice. It's either opiates or cannabis or cannabinoids. Do you know what I mean? Opiates or cannabinoids. It's a no-brainer for me. But you're good. If you can stop smoking it or vaping it and have a better life, that's great, bro. You wasn't using it. You was probably abusing it. You get what I'm saying? So, and they're the ones that come and you go, you're just wasting your life, this, that, and the other. Not all of them. Not all of them. I know that. A lot of them do, man. I get some comments. I delete a few comments as well because I just don't want the animosity in my feed. Do you know what I mean? I don't want that in the comments. I don't like that. I don't delete a lot, but you know, some of them I feel like you're an offensive motherfucker. Just get out of here, bro. Blocked. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. To anyone, if you've watched this part of the video, this late in the video, hardly anyone does, but if you have, I've got my consultation on Thursday. So what shall I order? What's good out there? What would you like me to review? But remember, I don't want to be wasting my money. So just give me some good, decent priced medical cannabis that you've had. And remember, I like the terps. I don't always fixate on the THC levels unless you're talking like 10% THC levels. I don't deal with that. Might as well just get the CBD weed out at that point for me. For me, that is because of my tolerance level, you know, like. But I'm more of a 20s THC and terps. That's what I want. And if it's got CBD in it, absolutely spot on, love it. But you know, most of these strains have got under 1% CBD, so yeah. What would you like to see me try? What would you want? I do want to try, what is it? 4C Labs. They've got a few strains out at the minute. But then you've got all this stuff going about bugs in weed and irradiated bugs in weed as well. I don't know, man. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, people, and I'm going to get out of here. What do you think of the new background? Yeah? Anyway, if no one said it to you today, I'm going to say it to you, all right? I love you, and I hope you have a blessed week. Peace out, my people. Yeah.